Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Good morning. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hari Hari, Hari Rama Hari Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari, Hari Krishna Hari Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Good morning there. Welcome. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. All right, bear the stream. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Govinda, welcome. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thanks for using
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Bhakti Ratnakara by Narahari Chakravarti Thakur. I think, somebody like that. Sri Shamananda, little biography. Sri Shamananda lived in a village named Dandeshwar. His mother was Sri Dwika, and his father was Sri Krishna Mandala. Shamananda was born of a Sad Gopa family. He regarded Lord Krishna as his life and soul, and the Vaishnavas were very dear to him. I will not be giving the details of the lives of Sri Krishna Mandala and Sri Dwika because, in doing so, this book would become too voluminous. Shamananda's father formerly lived in a village named Dharendra in Vajapura. Some experts said that Shamananda was born there in 354. Some said Mandala had lost his eldest son and daughter. Shamananda was his third child. Shamananda was born at an auspicious moment, and from the moment of his birth he charmed the local village people. Observing the nature of the newborn baby, Krishna Mandala told his wife to look after the child with utmost care, and then leave his future in the hands of Lord Krishna. The women in the village suggested the name Dukia for him instead of any sweet name. Because of the difficulty his parents faced in raising him, the child Duki was kept. The name Duki was kept. Great celebrations were held for him when he ate his first rice. And later, when he shaved his head, leaving only a shika, the entire village enjoyed the ceremonies. Duki never played with his friends, but he completed his study of Vyakarma and other subjects in a short time. The people of the village were astonished to see his determination. He especially liked to hear the life stories of Gauranga, Nityananda, and their associates from the Vaishnavas. As he sang the glories of Gaur Nitai, tears would flow from his eyes. He always remembered the pastimes of Radha and Krishna and served his parents faithfully. When Duki had grown up, his parents advised him, take Diksha in Krishna mantra from any respectable religious teacher of his choice. With folded hands, he humbly replied that he had already decided to accept Prabhu Hridaya Chaitanya Avadvika as his religious guide. Hridaya Chaitanya belonged to the branch of the Gaudiya Pandit. Gauri Das Pandit and was a devout follower of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda. Duki knew that Gaur and Nitai were always present in the house of Hridaya Chaitanya, and he decided to take his initiation from that day from that saint if his parents gave their permission. He anticipated that his parents would not want their young son to travel alone so far away, but he told them that he had already found a solution to the problem. When the village people of Dandeshwara would travel together to bathe in the Ganges, he would simply travel with them. And he begged for his parents' wholehearted support of his idea and their blessings as well. They were very happy with this proposal, and they gladly gave their blessings, considering that it was all an arrangement of Desire Mahaprabhu. In Ambika, Hridaya Chaitanya warmly received him. He asked Shamananda his name and the name of his village. Shamananda told him his life story. Sri Hridaya Chaitanya was deeply moved by Duki's story and gave him the name Krishna Das. He also hinted that he would be known as Shamananda when he would live in Vrindavan. The name Duki Krishna Das became well known as the sincere disciple served his guru as though he were God. For that sincere service, Hridaya Chaitanya was extremely satisfied. Accepting him as a disciple, Hridaya Chaitanya dedicated Duki Krishna Das at the feet of Mahaprabhu. And thus all the desires of Krishna Das were fulfilled. The book Shamananda Shatak has given the identical biography of Shamananda Prabhu. Shamananda lived happily in the house of his guru, but after some time, Hridaya Chaitanya ordered him to go to Vrindavan. Shamananda did not want to leave his guru's house and grew morose, but with loving embrace, Hridaya Chaitanya again insisted that Shamananda go to Vrindavan, crying bitterly. Duki Krishnadas bowed at the feet of Hridaya Chaitanya and left the house. Duki Krishna's eyes began to shed tears of love while he envisioned Prabhu Nityananda Chaitanya, lamenting in various ways. He also bowed to the feet of the associates of Mahaprabhu and took leave from them. While visiting Navadvip in other places, Krishnadas continually prayed for pure devotional service. While he reached Gaura he cried out in deep emotion and tears rolled from his eyes, calling out the names of Nityananda. Advaita and Chaitanya Krishnadas cried in bitter separation. Over and over he prayed for the mercy of Mahaprabhu and the holy Gaura. Could anyone understand why Mohanta Shamananda had been praying to Sri Gaura? The experts say that Gaura was God, Narayan himself, and from that holy Dham, all desires could be fulfilled. In a song written by Thakur Mahasya, in the book Sri Shamananda Satak, it is said, he who takes the feet of Sri Gaura He who takes the feet of Sri Gauranga as his treasure can get real wealth of devotion. He who hears the sweet Leela of Gauranga can have a pure heart. He who speaks the name of Gauranga can realize the real meaning of love. I glorify that person. Whoever is absorbed in thoughts of the qualities of Mahaprabhu can enjoy the eternal Leela of Gauranga and becomes the real inheritor of devotional love. He who accepts the associates of Gauranga as eternally accomplished devotees gets Sri Vraja Sutta Krishna, and whoever regards Sri Gauramandala as God, Narayan himself, can live in Vraja Bhumi. He who drowns in the ocean of Gauranga's eternal love becomes an intimate associate of Sri Radha and Madhava. He who, though lives in a home or in the forest, can cry out, taking the name Gauranga, Nartam always desires his association. Many Mahantas have sung the glories of Thakur Mahasya and Shamananda, remembering the order of his guru with eagerness. Shamananda went straight to Vrindavan after visiting various holy places. He had done so much devotional activities in Vrindavan that everyone became very satisfied with him. His devotion so much pleased Sri Shama Sundara himself that Dukhi Krishnadas became known as Shamananda in Vrindavan. As Sri Jiva Goswami found Shamananda a man of sincere spiritual practices, he taught him all the Goswami scriptures. All the associates of Mahaprabhu in Vrindavan were pleased to include Shamananda in their circle of devotees. Whatever activities Shamananda performed in Vrindavan were done under the order of his guru. On hearing news of Shamananda's activities in Vrindavan, Sri Hridaya Chaitanya became very happy. He wrote a letter to Sri Jiva Goswami that he was offering Dukhi Krishnadas to him. He requested that Sri Jiva Goswami to fulfill the desires of Shamananda and then to send him back after some time. He advised Shamananda to regard Sri Jiva Goswami as a brother of his guru. He also warned Shamananda to be very cautious in learning devotion and in behaving with the Vaishnavas. With these instructions, Sri Daya Chaitanya hoped to make Shamananda cautious. Shamananda felt very fortunate to have such a religious guide. After a long time, Shamananda returned to Gauda and gave initiation to Sri Murari and others in Utakala, according to the desire of Prabhu. The identical form of Shamananda Prabhu and Sri Nartam. I have not given many details, but have tried to present the intimate relationships of Sri Shamananda and Sri Nartam and Sri Shamananda in a nutshell.
Bluetooth connected.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thanks for using.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first verse. Questions by the sages. Chapter 1. O Lord Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. O Lord Krishna, O Lord, O my Lord, Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. O my Lord, Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance, and destruction of the material manifested universes. He is the primeval cause, primeval cause of the creation, the maintenance, and destruction of the material universes. So anytime we see any of those cycles going on in the world, the Lord is the primeval cause of it all. See? And so the living entities are caught up in this creation, maintenance, and destruction of this world because they're part of that. They're serving the modes of nature. So the Lord, the indirect cause are the modes of nature. See, but they come from the Lord. You know, his you could say like his shadow potency. See, so the living entities take shelter of the shadow potency, and they serving it. They serving it as demigods because their consciousness is on that level, or as demons, you know, or as human beings, you know, who most of the masses, they just serve who's ever in charge. You notice that? You notice the masses serve whoever's in charge. They just comply and obey, right? Isn't that in the same thing with in religion? That's why you got to ultimately abandon it, because the people there are the masses. You know, masses are following religion, the religious masses, and who do they serve? Whoever's in charge, right? They're not able at first. They're not mature enough to be able to say, "Well, is my leader? Are they really qualified?" Okay. So we have a kind of a special situation, because a lot of the religious books have been corrupted by those leaders, just naturally, right? They're corrupted, you know, they just have material motivation. That's why it says this Bhagavatam, the real Bhagavatam is not materially motivated, not religiously motivated. Okay? It's not motivated by religion and it's, you know, like mixtures. Yeah, I want to follow God because I want to be a big leader, or I want to be mystic. I want mystic powers, or I want money. I want to control. See, it's not the real Bhagavatam or the real knowledge, truth, real transcendental knowledge is not that. It's not mixed with any of that. See, and we're lucky because we got Prabhupada's books. It's not mixed with that. Well, maybe there's some mixture in there, but we sort it out. The Lord empowers that. It's not, you know, there's mixtures in there. Prabhupada was preaching, Vaidhi, mixed it in with the verses often. You know, that's why we go word for word and sort it out. Yeah, because the more actually, especially now, I have to do that because it's been ordered. You know, you just give the straight stuff, the pure stuff, the real solid, you know, the solid spirituality. Not mixed with Vaidis and rituals and all of that. What is the essence? This is like solid food. That's why it's a little hard to chew if you're still a baby, got baby teeth. You know, you can't chew it. It's solid. It's real food. You need, you know, here, give you some liquid shit. Liquid stuff, you know, mixed in. You can't chew yet. So here, do your rules and rituals and all that stuff, and follow your hypocritical, lying, deceiving leaders for a while, you know, until you're ready to chew on the truth, man. You're ready to chew the truth. Come here, man. then we'll give you some solid food. Yeah, see? So now that and so this is an opportunity now, and this is where preaching gets really fruitful, actually. Otherwise, people are so materially engrossed. You need somebody to come down and take their sense enjoyment away. And so that's where you see the Lord is the primeval cause of that. The modes just kind of naturally interact to this stage. This is that's why it says, the Bhagavatam even sees past, present, and future. The Lord sees past, present, and future. He's involved in all these phases. That's why we have real prophecy. And you wonder, hey man, this stuff is coming true in the Bible. This stuff is coming true in the Kali Yuga 12th canto. Because the Lord's involved, and this is the really only way out to opt out of this. Opt out of being a demon and heaping tremendous karma on yourself, by killing millions of people. Can you imagine you kill millions of human beings? Yeah, it doesn't matter how you justify it. You feel responsible. See, you feel responsible for doing it, and you think it's a good thing. That's demoniac. Okay, and then you feel responsible when you see the guilt of it, of what you actually did, when you get some awareness. See, you have responsibility in that way. It's not really, true. It's the modes of nature forcing you to act like that. See, you're caught up. That's why all demons and all demigods, you got to see the modes of nature forcing you to act like you do. You cannot help it. You're forced. It's like you're imprisoned by them. Okay? And so that's the ultimate realization. When you're fed up, you had enough. Okay, man, I've had enough of this. I've had enough being a demon, But how do I get out? I can't get out. I'm forced to act like this. Oh, have you heard of Mahaprabhu? Have you heard the devotees of Lord Chaitanya? In this Kali Yuga, very fortunate to be a demon or a demigod. If you turn. Okay? If you turn to the Lord, if you turn to the Lord through his real associates, his intimate devotees, if you see them here, if you're lucky, if they have the symptoms and signs of that intimate relationship with Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, and Radha and Krishna, you're really lucky, because if you turn there, you can get out of these cycles of birth and death and modes of nature, forced to be in a demon, a demigod, or a human being, complying with whoever's in charge. See, that's why what are the demons and demigods doing? They're fighting to be in charge, right? They want to be in charge. That's why they hate each other. They're stopping each other from being in charge. So they got to fight, right? So until you're fed up with that and say, I'm tired of this fight. I'm tired of hating my brother. I'm tired of hating the demons as a demigod, or hating the demigods or good people because of being a demon. Okay? Fed up. Okay? And then that's why Krishna, his qualities, he's the shelter, the helpless, and the hopeless. When you're really hopeless about it, you see you're caught up, man. Then you look for the saviors. Saviors are the real devotees of the Lord. Who understand these verses, who relish this consciousness. It's a consciousness. Oh, all-pervading personality of Godhead. Okay? Devotees, aspire to look at that. Yes, I want to attune to that consciousness where God is everywhere, because that's the truth. You're only in the modes of nature is all that covered up. That's why we need the scriptures, man. We need to hear the scriptures about the truth, that glorify the truth, and glorify that with our mouth, and not glorify the illusions. Glorify the fight of the modes of nature. They're always conflicting. They're always fighting each other. And I hate the demons. I hate what they're doing. And they're lying and deceiving and all that. And the demons are all lying and deceiving. The modes of nature are always doing that. How do you get out? You have to take shelter of the Bhagavatam. You have to take shelter of the Bhagavatam through the real devotees ultimately. Otherwise, it's all leading to that. In some lifetime, you got to do that. Not just the Bhagavatam and having your leaders speculate on because they're materially motivated and deceivers and cheaters and all of that. Still, that's still in them. And they're just using religion like a tool to get what they want. Materially. See, this Bhagavatam is not materially motivated. Abandon all varieties of religion and surrender to me. That me is that truth. Oh, all-pervading one. See? Oh, primeval cause of all these modes of nature. So you're looking to that. See? And then when you hear it from devotees, you become attracted to truth. That is the supreme conception of life, not all these partial understandings of the world in the modes of nature, which keep our consciousness dimmed and dull. See, got to raise that consciousness to the level. That's why the Bhagavatam is here. That's why when the whole universe is destroyed, the Vedas are held by the Lord. See, and then they come out again through Brahma in the next creation. See, that's where you're going to be saved, is by the truth. The essence of all truth is the truth. See, highest truth, reality, distinguished from illusion for the welfare of everybody. That's the bridge. Got to know your position. I'm caught up in the modes of nature. Who could tell you this? I would have never known this, even when I was saved by Jesus. It wasn't enough just to not know what the heck was going on. Only when I got Prabhupada's books. And then I started, I see. I'm caught up in the modes of nature. How do I get out? Just keep taking shelter. Keep shelter the holy name. Keep chanting. See, and then you get the shelter ultimately, and it comes very quickly here. And you chant the holy name, and you feel the grace of God descend upon you, or awaken in you, whatever you want to. The cloud comes. You're in the cloud now. You think this cloud thing they're talking about, the computer, is the real cloud that Krishna is talking about? No, he's that cloud. We got to get in that cloud. We need to be uploaded into that cloud. Not this cloud the demons are envisioning for you. Upload your consciousness into the cloud. It's the shadow of the truth. That's why you see the real cloud is the cloud of the spirit of devotion. We need that cloud to descend on us. All of a sudden, Krishna appears because devotion appears. And because devotion appears, Krishna appears. And because Krishna appears, devotion appears. See? They play with each other. That's called the Rasa Dance. A dance of rasa between Krishna and devotion. See? Radha personifies the source of devotion. See? Krishna personifies the source of all truth, the ultimate revelation, the primeval cause of all causes. See, that's why we meditate on Bhagavatam every day. Meditate on these pastimes of the intimate associates of the Lord. They're the real shelters. Yeah, that's why don't be so enthralled with people coming here because of liberation. They're just beginning in that sense. Oh, look, they look so free. Wow, I think I want to be like them. A liberated soul. They don't, but hey, do you chant the holy name in great ecstatic love? Well, no, but I'm just free. Well, you see, you can go deeper. That's the whole point. So don't be enthralled with people that come and they sound, wow, you sound very down, so very free. Well, that's called salvation and liberation. But that's nothing to a real deep devotee that's relishing mellows. Okay? If you're attracted to that, that's just your previous desires for liberation. It's a lot easier in that way. It's a lot. You can get liberation here, and you can get off the train. A lot of people do. I've noticed. Mahavir did. Well, thank you very much, Gohari. I'm free now. I'm going my way. I don't care about sadhu sangha. I don't care about associating with intimate devotees of the Lord. But I'm going to go worship Krishna and think I'm a big... They're all doing that. My ex-wife, all of them. They don't appreciate the association of the dear devotees of the Lord. Didn't we read that verse this morning? Appreciating the dear devotees of the Lord. See? Those who are dear to the Lord. It's very important. See? That's called Vaishnava. If you don't have that and you just want, oh, no, I'm free. Wow, I came to Gora Sangha and I got free. I'm liberated. Thank you very much. Slam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. I'm on my way. I'm free now. Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, Guru? I'm equally disposed to Guru, man. See, you can't relish transcendental mellows in that thing of equality. See? So this is a preaching for these guys that are coming and think their liberation is the same as this, or maybe more than this. Whoa, why you guys worshiping Guru and the Vaishnava? No, it's all about let's just get with Krishna, man. Let's go direct. Who do I see? And then the verses, see, the verses keep you on the path if you listen. Those who claim to be my direct devotees are not my real devotees yet. See? Those who are the devotees of my devotees are my real devotees. See, you want to be with the real nature of Krishna, the deeper nature of Krishna, the real deeper conception of Krishna? Well, you better stay on the beam. Otherwise, you fall off the beam. You fall off the real conception. You lose it. You lose footing on the real path. See? Krishna speaks on the basis of Scripture. That's his nature. That's in Nectar Devotion. One of his qualities speaks on the basis of Scripture. Okay? Because it's the solid foundation. Okay? Liberation, they don't. They can't. They speculate still. No, I'm free, man. I don't need it. I just go direct to God, man. I'm, merge with, become one. Do you see the difference? Okay? This is this is more tasty. If you just want to be free, then you don't have the service of the Transcendental Lord because you don't know his nature. You don't know what his intention is. You can't go where he is. You can't be in the consciousness that he is in now even. Oh, the consciousness God is in is really fantastic. It's blissful. And only the real devotees can show it, demonstrate it, and teach it. Okay? That's why when you're really a good devotee, I'm looking here and I say, wow, they're really getting it, man. They worship their guru as good as God. They're really getting it. Is this like, oh, wow, look at they're worshiping me as good as God. I'm so fantastic. I'm just thinking, no, they're understanding the process. That's the way I do. I worship. I mean, I may have not have found a living devotee that I felt that I could worship Guru as good as God because they're rare. Now I can worship many of my disciples as good as God because the Lord is in them like he is in my heart. So what's the difference? What I have to think, well, this is a disciple. They're not. No, hey, man, if you got God in your heart, he's chosen to live in you. Hey, man, you're my Lord and Master because he's your Lord and Master. Hey, your Lord and Master is my Lord and Master. See, that's the kind of friendships we need to have in this world. You're very lucky if you got it. Most liberated souls like that, they're out in a cave somewhere alone because they can't find anybody to hang out with. Look at the power in this song. I keep telling people, man, you don't know how much power there's there. Look, we're making liberated soul after liberated soul in the right way. Liberated by becoming an associate of Krishna and Radha and Lord Chaitanya and the devotees. They're intimates. That's the kind of liberation in Kali Yuga. Otherwise, you'll always fall down from it. These other free liberation without this relationship. That's why I say, whoever's into a liberated consciousness, just come here, hang out here, and you'll see another depth of consciousness beyond what you know. And you can only know, you have to follow the process by regular classes in Srimad Bhagavatam, service to the devotee, all that's troublesome, that's all that liberation attachment in your heart will uprooted because that's an obstacle at this point. When you come here, that's an obstacle, liberation. If you believe in that more than what's going on here, and most do because that's your experience. So by associating with devotees who have the higher elevation of consciousness, a higher taste in this pure devotional service is the only real door to this. Oh, how are you going to get out? Liberation is like a cocoon also. You're in that. You could stay in that for billions of years. Just sit there, oh, I'm free, and you don't get bored. See, you'll get bored if you get a higher taste. That's how I got free of just being a Christian. I got a taste for chanting the holy name and serving the Lord's name and pastimes. And then when I went back to Jesus Christ only and to reject Krishna, I felt, what is this? I felt bored, literally. What is, I felt more complete with Krishna. Because Christians mainly it's salvation, right? You hear what's coming out of their mouths: liberation, salvation, 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 right? Being saved, be a big healer like Jesus, right? Mystic powers. They want mystic powers, healing, and oneness. That's what's coming out of their realization through their mouths. Listen to them sometimes. Listen to what they want. To be a big healer, usually, to be one with God, see, and to be saved. See, this is so much more than that. So much more intimacy and understanding the Lord's mentality truly. Okay? Coming in sync with that. Okay? And that's when you start, the Lord reveals his happiness to you. Oh, this is your happiness. I see. I'm chanting for your happiness. I thought it was my happiness, and I'm finding my happiness is your happiness. Boy, that's a real paradox. I thought my happiness was my happiness and your happiness was over there as your happiness. And now I'm finding your happiness is my happiness and my happiness is your happiness. Wow. That is the highest level of self-realization of Vrindavan. If you got that, man, you got everything. That's why I say you get to that platform of understanding, you'll be really happy, truly happy, forever happy. Because now you know how to give the transcendental Lord pleasure, not the Mayic Lord pleasure, or sense superficial sense enjoyment. That gets you another birth, qualifies. Oh, you get really attached to that. Oh, good. Come back and try it again until you get fed up with this bullshit in this world. Fed up with the demons at some point taking over. You could be, oh, I'm living good, following rules, regulations, living nice. And then the demons come in, they start taking over, man. Yeah, I'm going to trick you and deceive you and lie to you and make you comply. Put masks. Can you look? I'm walking down the street. It's so ridiculous. I think you guys are such idiots, man. You're walking down the street and all, I don't want to breathe because I believe Fauci. Yeah, those are your leaders, your gods. Look at it. They're really limiting you, aren't they? You go on the boat, man. Everybody, I had this down here, and this lady, says, put it up there, man. You can't breathe. I'm a snitch. She was just a mopper, man. They get them to snitch on you and be part of their team. You want that life after life? I'm also saying, hey, man, I'm getting bored of this, man. Let's do a little preaching, get the hell out of this situation. Let's take as many as we can while we can. And these guys are playing their war games. They're really attached. I don't care. I want to be a demon. I like to lie and cheat and deceive and all this and get control over the whole world. I spend my time planting chips, working. These guys work like, Elon Musk never takes a day off. He's so in the mode of friggin' passion. That's why he stuttered. In the mode of passion, man. Yeah, hey, I got all this knowledge. You think that's knowledge, to implant things in people's brains and upload them to computers, and you think that's immortality, and your biggest desire is to go to Mars? Spend your whole life doing this, and you have no idea about this. Mr. Man of the Year. This is what Maya does, makes you Man of the Year. And then you're coming back, man, if you don't change your course. And that goes for all of them, everybody. They're coming back. Okay? If they don't change their course somehow, become attracted to the devotees preaching about truth. Well, the real situation, what you're hearing here. again and again and again. Never ends this cycle. That's why it's called you can be eternally conditioned until you meet a real devotee and are inspired by them. You'll continue in your ways again and again and again. This is the only real hope, the real offering of this path here for everybody, for ISKCON. They're going down, man. Can't you see? Going down. It's not strong enough in Kali, not now. They're complying with the world. They're believing in deceivers. Christians also that are not strong in the spirit. I like the ones that I feel, oh yeah, these Christians are strong in the spirit, man. They have faith. They see what's going on too, to an extent. Yeah. But most people don't know how to go deeper. Well, anyway, we're here. You want to go deeper? Man, listen to these classes. It's phenomenal to hear about the absolute truth and all its various. Look at all these variegated talks we get, all the highest things in the realm of that, and then back down to the basics, man. Basics of what's going on in the world. People need to hear that, man. What's really happening here, because nobody's explaining it. That's why even the Goswamis, they write books about the basics. Because people need it. They need, hey man, you got Eckhart Tolle speaking about, oneness and don't be your story, be here now, right? You got those persons speaking about something that can raise you up a little bit. You got David Icke there, spent his whole life, figuring out how the lizard people are taking over and very logically presenting things to an extent, but not fully, right? You got all these people, New Age people, you got Christians, you got this, but who's speaking about this level of the truth? I haven't seen anybody. Not really. Yeah. Who's helping elevate all people all the way out of the illusion? Not some like steps, different steps. I mean, here you can come here, you get, whoop, it's like the elevator, right to the top of the mountain, and you're overlooking everything. You see, oh, there's David Icke on that level, and there's Eckhart Tolle over there, and you see, their Christians are there. You see like an eagle. You got an eagle eye, man. You see, like, wow, everything. Some of these in these Marvel movies, they get these guys get superpower. All of a sudden, they can see real close. That's what you get with, when you're raised to this level of pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You see all this stuff that nobody else sees. See, and watch out if you speak about it. Watch out, Maya, because if you're in Maya, you come and you hear people speaking about these truths that they see, perceive, because of real bhakti, elevates their kind. You listen to them, oh, you can't even imagine the result. You will have a life-changing situation, a revolution in your life. You're going down the river of Maya on some level, and all of a sudden you're going upstream. That's Vrindavan, man. You go upstream to Krishna. Yeah, Maya just doesn't get in the way. Well, for a while there's a little buffeting, but after a while, you just flow right to Krishna, man. You open your mouth, chant the holy name, and ecstatic devotion awakens. What else is there? Communion with God is everything, man. The greatest taste, the greatest happiness, greatest understanding of truth. There ain't anything. I haven't seen anything beyond this. I try sometimes. I go on YouTube. Let me see if I find something that's more than what I have already. I can't do it. I can't find it in the Gaudias. I see nothing but rituals, man. Rituals. Going around, prancing around the stage, trying to look like a big friggin' guru or something. Instead of just being a big friggin' guru, man. They gotta act it out, man. Put their little dundas up there and their silk dhotis, and they're in charge, so let's worship them. The compliers, they can't analyze, is my guru actually qualified? So don't come here if you want to find out if your guru is qualified. You think it offensive if I start asking questions. I was in class and they said never ask any question about the guru, never quite blindly believe, comply, just comply, because we're authority. Don't you see we're authorities? We're just here so you worship us. Guru as good as God. Well, are you as good as... No, don't ask that question, man. Just look at the checklist. Look at the checklist, man. Look at the checklist. The checklist. It's all in the check. Prabhupada, what about Prabhupada? No, the checklist. Just watch the checklist. Watch the checklist. See? Okay, I see. Just comply, blind. Be a blind believer that the Guru is good as God. Nobody can ask questions. Will you come here? If you're ready for some mature Krishna consciousness, you're ready to be woke up, cold water thrown on you, ecstatic, and see the ecstatic party and realize what it's all about. It's all about chit knowledge and ananda. And you got to be the son of that here. You got to be radiating that in this world. Otherwise, what's the point? See, and the service is for sale instead of the gifts of God freely. See, that's that liberation level, Tanner. You don't quite get exactly how it all fits in. The gifts of God, they come freely, and they are used in his service. See, we put it together a little better. It's kind of like, I can see how you express yourself. It's not quite understood. Okay? That's what I like. This is why I'm here. That's why I went on from Christianity or even from liberation or Buddhisms and all of this stuff, stressing liberation and salvations and all that. Because this is put together like the puzzle pieces just fit perfectly. Yeah. Gifts of God come here. Though you can, if you look at the videos of the devotees here, they're over their journey for 4.5 years, you can see they're getting gifts of God. They come freely, come by associate God, by following the process. Man, even in Christianity with Jesus Christ, they followed the process, hearing from a liberated soul, hearing from somebody who has an intimate relationship with God. Okay? And they got purified, and then they also become like Jesus in that sense. The same spirit that Jesus had came into them, awoke in them. Yeah. Yeah, so that's good. I'm glad. Nice comment. Just keep sharing the comments because it gives us stuff to discuss and get more clear. That's how you do it, is through discussion, discussing these things. Okay, so yes, there's the gifts of God and used in the service of the Lord. Isn't that a better thing to use those gifts of God instead of just I just want to get the gifts of God. What for? Well, just to have the gifts of God. Isn't it nice? Oh yeah, get the gifts of God and use them in serving the Lord's purpose, his purpose. See, what is his purpose? What is the supreme personality of Godhead's intention for even coming here as Lord Chaitanya, Radha, and Krishna, or any incarnation, is to liberate the souls. How do you do that? You got to give them the truth to set them free. They gotta see role models of a person who is really self-realized and enlightened on the highest levels. There's no other real way. It's like a baby is born in this world. They look at their mother and father and identify. So the spiritual master is like the mother and father of their disciples. They get nurtured that way by seeing a role model, an actual one, not a no-show. Oh, I'm sorry, we're not going to show you any of this. Well, then you're not ready to mature. Mm-hmm. So yeah, just keep coming, Tanner, and anybody else, and you'll see. Check it out for regularly. And it'll be challenging because, of course, it'll be challenging. We come in with what we have, and I'm sure you'll have some challenging moments here. Being a devotee of Jesus and writing a book about it, without asking anything for it. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can ask, if you write a book, sometimes they have a cost. There's nothing wrong with selling the book. Then you can print more books. That to me is intelligence. Yeah. And the best way to read Bhagavad Gita as it is, okay, it's good to read it, study it, and also hear it. Hear it from those devotees who are realizing these levels. Otherwise, Bhagavad Gita can lead you on other kind of directions of yogas. There's a lot of different topics in Bhagavad Gita. That's what I did in the past. Now I'm a devotee of Krishna. Yeah. So this is a place. This is a place to develop your devotion to Krishna. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's all we're doing here, man. It's kind of a rare place. You don't find many devotees on this platform of development. You see a lot of people on the platform of the regulative path. Yeah. All right. So he is independent because, he is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him, even the great sages and demigods are placed in illusion. See, there you go. So by this knowledge, you could see. Without this understanding, we can't see. It has to descend through the disciplic line. You have to see, wow, even great sages and demigods are in illusion. In illusion, placed in illusion. In other words, not seeing things as they are. The Bhagavatam is meant to help us extend our vision, especially in the hands of advanced devotees. And an advanced devotee is advanced in devotion. Okay? More mature in devotion. So the Bhagavatam in the hands of such devotees is very powerful. Because most people they haven't surpassed the demigod or the demon obstacles. They're caught up in them. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, these modes. And at best is liberation. That's why you see some devotees are a bit attracted here. And they're kind of liberated. You could see, hey, man, they kind of feel free. Who's that, Johan? It's hard to say. I can't see. Freddie! All right. There's Freddie, man. He's listening. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying, but that's okay. What do you mean by it's a deluded mind? Deluded mind. That's what I did in the past. Now I'm a devotee. Deluded mind. Deluded. Well, see, the deluded, the demigods and the demons are placed in illusion. Even in liberation and salvation, the full truth is not exposed. There's still some illusion there. Yeah. Huh. Okay, I'm going to read it. Yeah. See? Placed in illusion as one is bewildered by illusory representations of water seen in fire or land seen in water. Only because of him do the material universes temporarily manifested by the reaction of the three modes of nature, appear factual. And now that's an interesting thing. Only because of God, Krishna, does this world appear factual. You see, it's tied to the Lord. Okay? And when you become self-realized, you see that. You see everything reminds you of the truth because it's the shadow of it. It's like the reflection. Oh, friends out there. You see how people are friends. Oh, look at Tom and Freddie. They're friends. Oh, that's how it is in Vrindavan. See? But see, that friendship is more real than the friendships in the world because that's all shadows of a friendship because they're not in truth. Tom and Freddie's friendship is based more on reality than the people of the world. See, more based on how it is in Vrindavan. And you start to feel it, man. You start to feel that vibration, that spiritual vibration. You see, there it is. That's the Vrindavan. That's how it is. A lot of that. Because of the Lord, the shadow is here. It's just because we are here, we cast a shadow, right? The sun, because we are here and the sun is here, we cast a shadow. Well, it's the same thing like the Lord in truth. See, even you can use the shadow to preach the truth. Because, oh yeah, I can relate to that. Yeah. I'm here and the sun is on me and I cast a shadow. But and think about it. When was the last time you looked at your shadow? Is it very important to you? Or is other things more important? How about relationships are more important than your shadow? See, even in this world, you're not looking at, ask anybody. No, I'm only looking at my son and my daughter, my money. Right? See, even in this world, it's kind of showing you, pointing about the truth. Well, that's the Lord too. He's not looking at this Maya. Everybody's looking at the shadow in this world. They're looking at shadow. He's looking at what? He's looking at his mother, his son, and his relationships, his beloveds, and he has no time to look at the shadow because it's boring, man. It's dark. It's only for bottom feeders and crows like us in the material world. Even spiritually, you could see. Does that make any sense? So the Lord, the divineness of the Lord, where he's looking in Vrindavan, he has his friends, he has his relatives, he has his objects there. They're spiritual objects. He got cows, animals, just like here. And the shadow is the material world. And we get a body, and we're looking at the dark modes of nature. We got a body filled with the modes of containers of modes of passion, ignorance, forcing us to act bodily. Oh yeah, my wife, my money. Let me go after that. Let me go chase after that. That's happiness, I think. See, bodily identification, materially, bodily. It's all dead, man. What do you think these movies are? They're the shadow of the truth. Okay, zombie apocalypse. People going around, they're eating dead things. Dead. Everything is dead. They're dead. They're walking crippled, right? Everybody here, you find a real device. See, these people are poor people with their masks on and getting injected with poisons. They're cripple-minded. They can't even think straight. They can't even, and that's all because they're not in the light. The true light is God. And the beauty here in our preaching, I think, is a very rare thing, is we teach you who and what God is, not some speculation of some materially motivated minister or sannyasi or so-called guru trying to get their material way with you. Teach you who God really is because of experiencing that God. If you think, what are your experience of God? Well, you show me and anybody here a better experience of God's, better experience of happiness, a joy of the Lord. Show me. No, go for that, and I'll worship your God because that God is better than my God. Just show me. Do you see, Gore? He's doing, my God is better. Yeah, okay. Show me your God is better than mine. I'll go worship him. Give me more happiness than my God gives me. I'll go worship your God. Why not? That's the way Vrindavan is. Somebody who's deeper understanding of the Supreme Lord. Let's go hang out with them. Everybody should be thinking like that. That's called spiritual greed. It's all about, in the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was, is, and always will be God. What is your God? Well, my God is Fauci, man. Don't you see my mask? Don't you see I've got my boosters, man? I'm waiting for the next one. Oh, I see your God. That's not interesting to me. I'm not a complier with illusion. But my God is the rules and the regulations and worshiping Krishna that way. Well, that ain't my God. It's better maybe than just being a wanton sense enjoyer. Maybe. It depends how much repression's going on. But that's not my God. My God, show me a better God than worshiping Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. Just by chanting their names, talking about the truth. Show me a better intelligence than here. Show me. Show me, Acharya Deva. I dare you. I challenge you guys. Here we go. I challenge you guys. I challenge Radhanath to come here. I challenge Prem Parojana to come here and show me your God is better than mine. Well, we got the same God. I don't think so. I want to see your understanding of God is better than mine. I want to see your ecstatic relationship with God is better than mine. And then I'll go and I'll become your follower. Doesn't that sound reasonable? That's kind of detached, right? I'm willing to lose. Are you guys? No, they're not. I don't believe any of them are willing to lose because they want something other than the true God. If you have the true God, you have true spiritual greed. They just talk about it in the Narayan Raj group. Oh, greed, 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 greed. And they don't got it. They don't prove it and demonstrate it. Okay? True devotee has true greed, will go where God is more there, more present. See, now that's progressive. Even devotees are progressive. Look at Lord Chaitanya. He showed what real progressive is. He went to Ramananda Roy to learn about devotional service. Isn't that amazing? He goes to his own devotee to learn. He saw, wow, there's tremendous bhakti in this sudra. Yeah, that's thinking straight, man. You come here, we'll get you to think straight. We'll get you to think like the Lord even thinks. Right? Isn't that the way that? Are you thinking like that? Oh, wow, there's a Sudra out there. Let me go to them. They really know a lot about God, more than me. Man, they're more ecstatic than I am. See? Uncommon preaching. See, because it's true. Blessed are the pure in heart. They shall see God. They will think like the Lord. They'll be on the same page in the Lord. You want to know the Lord's nature, you're going to have to go to them because they're very intimate with the true Lord. And you're going to learn things you can't learn anywhere, right? You're going to discover things you can't learn anywhere. You're going to become like them, very intimate with God. And also you'll be reflecting the true Lord in this world in a very deep way. Conclusive way, complete way. That's why I love this Bhagavatam. Very beautiful presentation of God. See? To the point I have to talk about it. I just want to. I want to glorify that supreme absolute truth and purify the whole universe with just the truth and just reciting the truth under the inspiration of God. Oh, that's it. That's my motive. Got to have some motive to act in this world, right? You show me a better motive. You got a better one? Let me associate with you and get it. Mm. This is a great verse. Huh? It's deep, like an ocean. You know, I keep reading these verses and it just keeps going deeper. Why is that? How does this happen? You know, I mean, this is the first verse of the Bhagavatam. I just love reading this again and again and again. See? And if anybody out there gets attracted to this, that means you're getting attracted to the spiritual energy. That's how it is. That's why you need to associate with devotees like that, because that's the easiest, quickest way to get attracted to the spiritual energy. You become like them, eager to hear and eager to speak about God. Right, River? Don't you feel eager to hear and speak about the Lord? Revelation upon revelation. Well, what else do you do in the spiritual world? You got no material body. You better learn how to eat this spiritual food. This is eating, man. See, you notice the jaws are going, my teeth are moving, the tongue is going. This is eating. This is how they eat it. You know, there's a spiritual tongue under the regular tongue, a spiritual teeth under the regular teeth. See? There's spiritual joy beyond the material joy of the world, the joy and sadness. You get sick of that. Are you tired of joy and sadness? Because if you have that material joy, you're gonna be sad. The sadness that's where you mostly get fed up, you know? Oh man, you get just fed up. I am tired, sick of being sad every friggin' day. I hear that from my student. I hear it from River before. I'm sick of this sadness, man. That's great. Thank God. Now you're ready. That's what Lord's been waiting. You get fed up with being sad from relishing material mellows in this world of shadows. Come to the light. The light is relishing transcendental mellows. You know, loving relations with Krishna. Save the world just by chanting the holy name in ecstasy and glorifying the absolute truth instead of glorifying, you know, the weather, glorifying Trump's, you know, or Biden's or politicians or Fauci's or Billy Gates's simply because they have a lot of money or they're in a position or they got a nice suit on. How come these guys always wear suits and ties? You know, they conditioned everybody. Oh, he's got a suit and tie on. He must be important. Let's believe in his word. Okay? That's why I'm here to show people, hey, there's something inside them that wants to believe in the truth and the internal thing, not some, well, he's got a suit on. Let's go listen to him. Bah, bah. I say, bah humbug, bah humbug, bah humbug. I want to see what's inside the container, man. Let's see. Let's hear what's inside the container. What else can we milk out of this verse here, River? Let's see. Because of him, do the material universes temporarily manifested by the reactions of the modes of nature appear factual. That's why you got to understand the truth. Okay? The full truth. You got to understand what is reality. And then you can see this. Oh, yeah, this is a temporary manifestation. Yeah, it's to do the body. You get your spiritual body awakened. Now you're going, man. Now you're moving down the spiritual road. Okay? Now your spiritual body is awakened because you found an authentic, one rare authentic devotee in this world, man. Now your spirit is awakened and you just cultivate that. And then you just see more and more. Look at these people chasing shadows. And now you're chasing the spirit, right? Aren't we spirit chasers? You ever seen these hurricane chasers? These or tornado chasers? Yeah, they're fascinated by it. Yeah, it's fascinating. God, God's power is, this tornado, man, Trinavarta out there, chasing them, man. Whoa, man, look at the instruments and all that. Well, we're out chasing spirit, man. I'm chasing Krishna and Radha every day. We're spirit chasers, man, the supreme spirit chasers. Okay? We chase them and then also chase them down. Get a nice, just straight, like whiskey, get intoxicated, drinking Radha and Krishna. Straight. No mixture, no cocktail. I don't like cocktails. I like straight whiskey. It's very intoxicating. A lot high alcohol content. Why do you want to dilute it, man? Just down it, man, like tequila. I got some of that sometimes. I like to mix it, though. It's better mixing it. Look at that. Whoa, we got it on the council. Oh, my God. What kind of cars you guys got there? Now, that's technology. Oh, no, that's a tablet. Okay. I thought that was in the council. All right, let's see here. This is exciting. Yeah. See, only because of him do the material universes temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature appear factual. Okay. See, that's why this Krishna, God, is not in them. That's why you see Bhagavad-Gita verse says, everybody is in me, but I'm not in them. See? See, because we're all in the modes of nature. What? You see, the next part of the verse is, therefore I meditate on him. See, the primeval cause of all causes. I therefore meditate on him. See? When you start to do that, and it quickens in this pace here, because you hear with the real Bhagavatam, see, the real devotee Bhagavatam experience. Okay? You're here with an empowered devotee speaking under the inspiration of Krishna, right? So you're going to get bigger results, right? Isn't that the whole idea? Align yourself with the real book Bhagavatam. What does that mean? That means in your life, you get a real devotee empowered like Shukadev was to speak the real Bhagavatam. And you're that Maharaj Parikshit, right? You're now that person that was in the book, that bygone person. He's gone, right? But he's in the book. That's the map book. You get the same situation in some lifetime. And you hear about, look, only 7 days. So 7 days, 7 months, 7 years, whatever your course is, you're going to get it. You're going to get the result. What is that result? There's only one result. Go back to Vrindavan here. And you won't even have to die to do that. You'll be relishing mellows here. You'll just love to chant these verses and associate with Lord Chaitanya and laugh and cry. Yeah, you're a liberated soul and you help others now. You can truly do welfare work. The highest welfare work. Deliver people out of this friggin' illusion once and for all. Simply by your association, simply by them seeing what is reality and distinguish from illusion. You just look at them and you say, my God, this is real. This is a real person in their real spiritual body, really showing me some reality. And then you look over there and think, wow, that's not so real. Look at these people identifying as a material object, chasing after shadows, chasing after wealth, chasing after women or men or children or big skyscrapers building. I think I'd rather be a spirit chaser like my guru. Who wants to chase hurricanes and tornadoes when you can chase Krishna and Radha every day? Now that's a way. That's I think you're going to get. Now that's you profiteers out there, you Wall Street guys. This is your best investment, man. You wear your suit. You can come here with a suit here, suit, tie, t-shirt. Don't care, man. If you come here, we'll show you how the best investment in you can ever. You can't even dream how good this investment is. We got a store of wealth here, and it's Krishna himself, man. That store of wealth will be in you. Never ending store of wealth. And the government can't take it away. The government will figure out a way to take away your Bitcoin, you hodlers out there. They'll figure out. They know the government. You cannot defeat the government. No, sorry, man. The government is the shadow of the truth, man. You got to transcend the government. You got to be governed by Radha and Krishna like real devotees are. Yeah. Then the government will say, leave them alone, man. I can't even see them. See, he's looking for the devotee. He can't see the devotee. Maya only sees who's attached to Maya. Okay? Can't the devotee? Where's the? Can't see that. Yeah, see, the Maya's blind. See, she's blind. She can't see where devotion is. And you look at Maya, you become blind. Your eyes are poked out. Your spiritual eye poked out. Okay? Telling you, man, you want real profits, come here, man. We'll show a store of wealth, man. Man, I just keep every day just putting the money. I still do my life, man. I work a little bit with the crypto and stuff like that. But man, this is where I'm finding the Lord's showing me, hey, man, this is the real source. You just keep storing your wealth here, man. Keep coming regularly, Sadhu Sangha. Show the example. You can live a regular life. Keep storing the wealth. See how it grows more and more. The dividends grow, just like you do in the world. I remember I used to just buy a real estate, man, and just kept growing, man. Just putting money, energy in it, kept growing. But so did my anxiety, to the point I had to give it up. I couldn't stand it. I had heart palpitations, being so responsible for all these properties. And all these complaints from all these things. These are the gurus. That's why they leave often. Unless they're, just don't care about their disciples. They just detach. Yeah, it's a big responsibility. See? Here, Krishna helps because only the sincere ones stay. You notice? The sincere ones stay, and then Krishna helps. Otherwise, I can't do this alone. I can't do this. He has to be the gardener inside you guys, help you make spiritual advancement. Otherwise, it'd be a big problem. Okay. I have a question. I'm sorry, I'm not getting all the questions because I just can't. Otherwise, I won't be able to. I'll just glance over here and there while I'm in this mood. I have a question. Why do believers in Krishna preach putting your faith outside of yourself? By the way, I like your questions, Dan. These are fantastic, man. This is what we need here. This will, help us get more clear stuff. Okay, I have a question. Why do believers in Krishna preach putting your faith outside of yourself? Well, you see that you're looking at probably the Vaidis. That's what they do. I don't do that. I put faith in what's inside the container. Okay? So what's inside the container, is what's important. What's inside is this devotion and this knowledge. See, this book, Bhagavad, is basically what was inside a devotee, what was inside Lord Brahma, right? He bring it outside in the form of an expression of beautiful writings. See? So we use what's outside to bring out what's inside of us. See? Yeah. The Bhagavatam brings out what's inside because it came from inside Krishna, inside the devotees. See, they brought it outside in the form of a book. That's creative expression. Okay, and it's beautiful. It motivates. So people, that's why they sing songs. You ever see karaoke? Why did people do karaoke? person who writes a love song and then they sing it again. Well, this is spiritual karaoke. Boy, these things are where do this is why I love the Lord's help. You're going to get this. You come here, man, you'll be like this, man. The Lord will give you amazing things come from your mouth. You know? Yeah, I didn't know this. Spiritual karaoke, that's what we're doing. You know? I always wonder why the mundane karaoke didn't ever float my boat. But this kind of karaoke I can do. Give me a Bhagavatam and let me sing the Bhagavatam in this way. And then new things come, and they explain what was said before. And, you make yourself happy, and then others that listen become happy too on that vibration. I'm so fed up with being sad too. Thank God. Good. Just come. You'll overcome it. You'll be shuki all the time. You're already shuki, and you'll see all that stuff will go bye-bye. There's a special place for you in Vrindavan there, Amy. I just love the people coming here. They're so fantastic, man. Really sincere. That's great. See, this is Krishna. Just gives me the quality, not the quantity. See, Krishna has his servants everywhere. That's why, in a sense, hey, you gurus, that's great. You're doing the job, and a lot of them are inspired. They're inspired. Great, wonderful. It's all about inspiration. Tony Robbins is inspired doing what he does. Everybody is serving the Lord. So but I got to preach like this too. I got to preach and say, no, this is the best, like they do, right? They're all saying this, but this is really the best. So I got to be with my passion and what's really wonderful, and whoever is attracted, you come and see if this is the best. If this is the best you can understand, maybe you can understand that something, Krishna has people waiting for this, but somebody's got to hang out this consciousness, right? I'm just hanging out this consciousness. I'm just speaking these conclusive truths, to me are conclusive. Yeah. To me, just chanting and let the ecstasy take over, let the spirit roll. Basically let the spirit roll. That's basically it, Let it roll down the road, man. Let people see it. Get a little wild. Yeah, of course, it's going to cause problems. Nobody's ever seen stuff like this. They can't believe anything like this comes out of anybody's mouth. They never heard anything like this. So they're going to be like a little shocked. Well, maybe they need it, huh? Shock them a little bit, man. Wake them up, man. Wake them up. Is there any difference between the individual soul and the super soul transcendentally? Yeah, no, there's no difference between the individual soul and the supreme soul transcendentally. See, qualitatively, but not quantitatively. There's a super soul and there's the devotee. See? And that's actually in the more deeper realization beyond super soul. Super soul, you just start to feel God is getting clear now. You say, oh, wow, the Lord is living in my heart. Okay. All right. Then it starts getting deepening and you start to see, whoa, the Lord is in my heart. And now and then it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's the Lord. And then what is this? I seem to have some identity. I seem to have some expression of this love, see? And you start to say, this is my identity. The Lord is my beloved. The Lord is my son. Okay? The Lord is my master. Okay? So, and you keep that relate. You never merge fully like that. Never merge. It's simultaneous oneness and difference. See? Which you start to experience, not just a word. You start, that's how it works. Oneness and difference. See? Your happiness, Lord, is my happiness. See, there's the Lord, and then there's you. See, the real you, the soul you, the eternal you, not this temporary thing. That's all bodily stuff. See, yeah, there's me, and then there's my girlfriend. See, body to body, material body to material body relation. And then you get material of feelings, right? Awaken. What are those? Lust. Ooh, I gotta have her, man. I gotta get inside her. You know, it was always like that. I want him inside me. But neither party is ever inside each other. It's material objects getting together, and then the lust, that material feelings motivating. That's modes of nature, material lust, energy, motivating you to get together, see, and procreate the world. Okay, it is what it is. But it's not really the real you, the real ultimate you. This is just, we're here in the world, and you got a body. It has to eat, it has to have sex once in a while. Yeah. This is what it is. You see a beautiful man or woman, you think, ooh, what a hottie. So what? It's life. In Vaishnavism, they preach, oh, you can't even, don't ever look at a woman. The boogeyman's going to come and get you, and probably will if you don't have this. You may be, get lost in the, you see people, addicts, they get totally enthralled, every day, they're addicted to something, either a woman or a fruit of work, and just relentlessly. Elon Musk is like, I listen to his life. He says, hey man, I can't even take a vacation, man. I'm just working all the time, But what is he working on? Material things and all that. If he or anybody else like that gets attracted to the supreme truth, see, everything comes in balance. He'll still do what he does. You don't have to change what you like. See? But now oh, I see. It's really about the soul, the relationship with God. That's eternal. This is not. He's gonna die. All his creations are gonna get destroyed at some point. Well, how long is that all gonna last, that technology? Not forever, right? It just is here now. And then it disappears like everything. See? But if you put all your eggs in these baskets, see, you think, this is all in all, that's the problem. See? You got to make progress. You got to associate with real devotees who are in chasing the spirit, man. They're motivated by the Spirit of God. It's our only real hope, really, especially now. Really, you show me any other hope, really. What you think David Icke's going to change anything substantially in this world the way it is? Look at everybody. Look at all the masks coming out. Look at it. You can't even go in a store without it. Who's in control? The government, right? Well, until people are governed by Radha and Krishna and love of God, they can't get out of this. And then the Lord is empowering the modes of passion and ignorance to destroy things, and then the Lord will empower the mode of goodness first empower the mode of passion to create things, and then empower more empowerment, the mode of goodness to maintain all that was created, and then the little cycle will start again and again. Who's ready to get off that? Okay? Got to become a spirit chaser, man. Not a world chaser, chasing. It's like a dog chasing its tail. It's exactly what it is. People are like dogs chasing their tails in this world. Okay? And then you die, and then you become another, some species of life, and you chase your tail again in some form. See? And see, that's cycle. Chase the tail, cyclic. Around and around you go, chasing your tail. See? Doing things that are not. It's all about, look at the world. Look it through the mirror. Look it through in the video there. What do you see? buildings, cars, all that's going to disappear. If that's your all in all, the car, the woman, the child in there, and your whole life is totally wrapped up in that. This, I don't see any other real way. You got to be around devotees who see that higher vision. Hey. Yeah, it's all in the Bhagavatam. This beautiful Bhagavatam. Go on hearing it. Go on speaking it forever. Yeah, Chaitanya Lila. We have Chaitanya Lila. We've got the relationships between God and his greatest devotees. Oh, they're so heart melting. Pure happiness in that. Did I finish the verse yet? Not yet. Okay. I therefore, now this is the end of the verse. This is the crescendo. This is the climax, the spiritual climax of the verse. See, the crescendo. See, when you start to appreciate stuff like this, you see, wow, this is pure sex. Pure. There's no fault. I could say it. I think pure sex. See, without all the material entanglements of it and the edge to it and all that misery it causes ultimately. Really, is pure communion and entering God and God entering you. Just like people are thinking with the bodies. You never get complete entrance. Oh, here, the Lord and the verse enters. You enter the verse enters you. See, this is the last sentence, the climax. Isn't it all about climaxing? Come on, man. You know that life. Right, Freddie? It's all about the climax, right? Don't pull out the whipped cream. No whipped cream here. And make those lewd gestures that he was doing. See, you got to get down and dirty to get clean here. You come here, we're going to get down and dirty, but it's very clean. See? Very clean. There's no fault in this preaching because we always bring it to the truth. Pure spirit, man. See, it's about climaxing. The last sentence of the Bhagavatam is the climax of this whole verse. It was all foreplay in the beginning. Therefore, I meditate upon him, Lord Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode. See? You think it's a place, don't you? Transcendental. Oh, over there. How about right here? How about right here in the verse? How about that consciousness? Eternal abode is the consciousness of a devotee. Two Dhams. See the Dham, the transcendental Dham. Transcendental abode is also the devotee. Transcendental consciousness. Because what they are there in the Dham, the place, is where a devotee is even here in this world. They're in the Dham. They are the Dham. Person Dham. That's the name of the Dham, is a person or the place. The holy person or the holy place. The whole person. What is a whole person? You got to be Mr. Cave Dweller, Mr. Perfect, perfect in like these gurus who are, I don't know, no senses, no sense grab, nothing. I'm sannyas. Is that holiness there? Could be, probably not. Holiness, wholeness is where the devotee is in the Lord and the Lord is in them. That's what life is all about. Universally, for everyone, for Tony Robbins, for Eckhart Tolle, for Acharya Dave, for Radhanath, for Narayan Raj, for you, for me, for every single living being in this universe. And if you don't get there, you're still an illusion, more or less. That's this glorious Bhagavad-Gita. Explained Yeah, all the world is in me, but I'm not in them. See? You find a devotee, you found something that's overturned the tables of illusion. See? They're in the Lord, and the Lord is in them. And when they're expressing, see, they're expressing. They're the living Bhagavatam, preaching that book. Okay? Then you found the reality, okay? The realness of it. See? Oh, that's what it's about. I didn't know it was about being in God. Oh, I didn't know who that God was. But then I see you, and I start to understand who that God is. That we're all in, but he's not in us because he's in you. Ah, I think you're my spiritual father and mother. Yeah, isn't that the way it is? See? And then you're born again and you mature and then you become the father and mother of others. Isn't that the way life is in this world? Why isn't it the same way in spiritual life? Because it is, and even more so. Because here, you're not born of flesh and blood. You're born of the word of God, right? Because God is in you and you're in the Lord. And you teach that role model to others so they can also be liberated from illusion forever. Yeah, I told you there was the climax of this verse. Yeah. Who is forever free of the illusory representations of the material world. See? That's why sadhu sangha is so important. Do you feel free of the illusory representations of this world? By hearing and by chanting? I do. I love to speak about the absolute truth and the eternal abode, distinguishing it from illusion of this illusory representation. See, illusion it's an illusory representation. Okay? So when you know the truth, you're free from being implicated in the illusion. You don't believe it anymore, right? The Lord shows you, this guy's a materially motivated materialist. This Fauci has material motives. Okay, he's doing his thing, but I don't have to listen to it. I don't have to believe in him. Why should I believe in him and those who are not purified in heart because they don't chant the holy name in ecstasy? Why should I believe in them? Why should I believe in these gurus if they don't chant the holy name in great ecstatic devotion? They don't have the right understanding unless they do. Why should I believe in them? Is this just a no-brainer now? Isn't this the truth? Wow, what is this thing? Oh, it's so offensive. You don't believe in my guru. Well, does he chant the holy name in great ecstatic devotion? Well, no, I don't know. Why should I believe in him? That's the truth. And the truth is, I take shelter of the truth. I don't need materially motivated personalities in the world, in politics, or in religion to listen to or to believe in if they haven't achieved the ultimate goal the Bhagavatam is proclaiming. Is not by these austerities and renunciations and pious deeds that you attain Krishna Vrindavan. It's through the devotees who chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. Oh, that's my guide. What's your guide is something else, some checklist. That ain't the Bhagavatam. That ain't Prabhupada's books. I take shelter of the truth of Prabhupada's books. What else do I need? Got me out of the believing in materially motivated gurus and sannyasis and Brahmins. I'm free. Forever free of the material representations. See? Material representations of the real guru. I'm free of that. See? Why? Got the real guru. The real guru are the intimate associates of the Lord who chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion. And I'm so privileged, so honored to have some of those in my Sangha, in our Sangha. See? Not my Sangha, our Sangha. The more I think about it, the more I'm kissing the ground, finding such a place like this, and to be part of this. See, there's all grace here. This is all built on grace, man. Built organically on the grace of Lord Chaitanya. Everything. That's what keeps us here, right? Now we got them walking down the rainy, cold place. Oh my God, how do you live in places like that? I don't know, man. Cold and dreary. Yuck. Luckily, you got that. You've been living in that all your life. I remember Karuna and River came to Goa. It was so beautiful. It was nice out there. They said, "It's too hot here. Too hot here. I got to go home to this cold weather, man. Too hot." Was it him? It was him that was saying that. Yeah. It's too hot here, man. It's what? It's beautiful blue sky every day, man. You kidding? Too hot, man. I want to go back to the cold, man. You know, go back to the dreary, overcast. That's Krishna's mercy. Otherwise, I don't know how you can stand it, man. Look at that. Umbrellas out there every day. Oh, look at that, man. Water everywhere. Oh, my God, Freddie. Poor Freddie. No wonder you're drinking celery juice every day. All right, what else we got here? What's the difference between Krishna and you? Krishna and me? Well, you want the honest answer? Nothing. And everything. That's the full answer. Yeah. Hey, when you start to relish the Satchidananda presence, see, that's the Lord. See, and then you're purified to that consciousness, and you reflect that in the world. People look at you, even though they may not understand. You know, you're relishing devotional mellows. Well, that's the Lord doing that. See, so what's the difference? What's the difference between the ecstatic love of Lord Chaitanya, who was God, Krishna, Radha? What's the difference between his love and a devotee who is loving God like that? See, qualitatively, it's the same. Okay? So, but the devotee is a devotee. And the Lord came to be to show how to be a devotee, you know, so therefore he showed. You know, plus he's quantitatively, that's why his ecstasy, he wasn't just known as a devotee. His ecstasy was beyond any just ordinary devotee. And no devotee is ordinary. Beyond any extraordinary devotee. Because he was a supreme Lord. He was like Radharani, you know, in that form. And she has known to have the highest devotion of all the gopis. See? So that's why they said this is a supreme personality of Godhead. He has the greatest devotion and the greatest intelligence, see? And the greatest manifestation of all the qualities of the Godhead in this world. So the devotees, that's how they represent Krishna in this world, by medium. If they weren't, they're not really that qualified yet. Okay. So the difference, Krishna is the supreme personality of God, and what is the devotee? They have the same kind of nature, but they're a devotee of the supreme personality of Godhead. It's not about just being liberated and be one with God. It's about serving that Lord. To me, this is serving the Lord. This to me is very enlivening. Chanting his holy name is serving the Lord. Serving Lord Krishna is great happiness. I love when I serve the Lord manifests in this service. See? Otherwise, I'm trying to be one with God, one with God, one with God. See? This is better. This is more tasty, more wonderful. So the next verse, I don't know if I'll finish this one. This is also this is a deal breaker with Maya. This Bhagavatam is the deal breaker. This breaks what you've written in your blood and your deal with Maya. See? This breaks the deal between you or your soul and Maya. These verses. So, completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. See? So, what's my fault for preaching? Rejecting all material activities that are material motivated. Yeah? Rejecting people that are gurus and teachers and leaders who have material motives for what they do. What's the fault in that? I want to follow the real. I do follow. I just follow the real Bhagavatam. I reject that. Lord Chaitanya rejected when he said, "Oh, Varnashram, just follow Varnashram Dharma." You know, a lot of gurus are teaching Varnashram Dharma. He rejected it. It said right there in the book, "I reject this. Show me something deeper, something more pure, some more pure-hearted. Give me the real Bhagavatam, man. Give me what your life and soul is there, Ramananda." And the Lord, Ramananda kept testing the Lord. He said, "Well, maybe, how about this?" And the Lord, "No, that's external bhakti. No, it was kept, no. Tell me the real deep thing. I want to know the essence of the truth." What was that? Oh, spontaneous devotional service. Okay? That is the essence. And then the step back from that. Listen to a self-realized soul. See, self-realized. They realize the self perfectly. They realize Krishna is master and they are servant of Krishna. Okay? That is devotional mellows beginning there. My Lord is my master. I just here to serve him. I love to serve him. I want to serve his name, man. I want to chant this publicly and liberate myself, uplift myself, and uplift mankind at the same time. That's why the Lord came here. I want to do what the Lord came here to do. And this way, the world can be liberated. Love of God can manifest again, be revived again. Otherwise, not. Okay? That's a devotee of Lord Chaitanya. Okay? Magnanimous, munificent like the Lord. Isn't it? Isn't there? Don't you see the magnanimity here? Don't you see the qualities of munificence here? These gurus, they don't bring Narayana. Oh, what prema that you're giving out here so freely? Are you kidding? Yeah, you follow my path many lifetimes. You do austerities, man. You chant 1 lakh. You attain Krishna in some lifetime. You got to get through a nart and a vritti, man. First you do bhajan. First you get some faith, man, in this hard path, man. And if you're one of the 500 people that came to him at first, one of the few, they had like 5 stayed. You know, out of 500, he said they kept going, man. It's too hard. Okay? And then, you do that, bhajan and kriya, and then a nart and a vritti will take your whole life, and next life, then you'll get some ruchi. Okay? The pearl gates of ruchi will open up. And then you'll go on to the next life to work for Ashakti. And then you'll get some bhav in the next life. And maybe if you're lucky, in the next life, you'll get prema because you've attained Krishna by your big austerities. Not the real path. Sorry. I'm not going to condone. No. I don't know how I got into that, but the hard paths, man. Oh yeah, munificence and magnanimity. See, highest mercy, greatest mercy was Lord Chaitanya. Whoever is empowered by Lord Chaitanya truly now will have the same quality. They'll be munificent. You'll get bhakti in this life. Now that's munificent, right? That's magnificent. That's extraordinary, right? That was Lord Chaitanya. That was his devotees. That's his devotees now, if they're manifesting. That's this group here. I keep telling, they don't believe these devotees. No. But let us just keep doing this. Prabhupada said this. Prabhupada said do rules, regulations, Prabhupada said, ceremonies, build temples. Okay, fine. Yeah, we'll do this, man. We'll make this clear that this is the fruit of all of that. His work, the fruit of his work is manifest now. He couldn't manifest the fruit. He's 80 years old. Done enough, man. This is teamwork. Now we're here the fruit of his work is this. Give me that Bhagavatam and let me talk. That's now. Now you listen and you're going to get the fruit also. Okay? The fruit is this glorification of the Bhagavatam that he wrote. And that Bhakti Vinodi wrote all these wonderful things, but he didn't preach them. And we're preaching them, man. We're preaching the Goswami stuff. Yeah. The amazing magnanimity and munificence of getting Krishna prayed in this life. Hey, man, deal with it. You don't like this preaching? Too bad for you, because it's really, really true and very, very real. And it works already. It's worked so many times. What have we, Tanner? Any other questions? Is that the difference between a deluded mind and a Krishna mind? Is what the difference? A deluded mind? No. Well, anyway, I don't know exactly the context you're talking about there. Replying to Tanner, we are part and parcel of Krishna, who is the supreme soul. Like the little rays of sunlight. See, she listens good, doesn't she? See? Enthusiastic listener. You can tell by her comments, her questions, her answers. She listens well. Therefore, she preaches well. Look at this. She never studied the Bhagavad-Gita before this. Yeah. Yeah. That's why everybody can elevate. She had no contact with Vaishnavas much. I think maybe met one guy. I think she met that one guy who left here. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. And then, but she listens and is uplifted. See, she listens. Just listen. You can't. How can you not be uplifted if you listen attentively by a person who's uplifted by their own word? See, what do? When you chant, when a devotee chants Hare Krishna in ecstasy, how can you not be uplifted by that happiness the devotee is feeling if you're really attentively meditating on that? That's how you get your spark. You get jumped. See, Krishna jumps you. He jumps your bones, man. You ever been jumped? He jumps on you. Krishna jumps you, man. He bushwhacks you. You ever see people walking through the woods and they get jumped? Somebody jumped. That's the world. But here, spiritually, Krishna jumps you and jumps on those bones, man. Those skin and bones, man. Jumps in you, man. Won't get out. He won't leave. Kicks everything else out eventually. Hey, man, what's in here? Get this demon out of here. I don't like this stuff. I don't like. After a while, he said, "I don't like looking at this demoniac quality inside my devotee. Get out of here, man." He exercises it. Boom, out, finished, fine, done. So why do I need to let go of my individual? Great, I like these conversations. Why do I need to let go of my individual self in order to receive Krishna consciousness? Isn't that interesting? That's a great question, Tanner. Why? Let me read this again. Why do I need to let go of my individual self in order to receive Krishna consciousness? Because, Tanner, what you're identifying with, you're in a place where there's no other place like this, where you can see very quickly that that's not your real self, because it's not about giving up your real self, your individual self. You just haven't figured out the extent of who you are yet, because otherwise you would never say that. That's that false even this liberation thing is a false representation of who you are. Still, you're not this you to be like one with God and equal with God, and it's only Krishna, and then there's a deeper level. There's another layer to peel, so you could see. Oh, I see. I now, by the Lord's mercy, am being elevated to my soul position of just bringing my soul to the Lord. That's all you're doing. That's all we do when we chant. We're bringing Krishna to us, and we're going to Krishna. We're meeting the Lord. It's a meeting. See? And it's because, it's not about me giving up this. Why would I ever give up who I identify with now? Are you kidding? This is eternal. I'm never going to give up I love my identity. It's my identity is my ability to commune with this sugar candy, this sugar daddy, man, called Krishna. Are you kidding? I'd never give up. But yeah, as far as you'll just do that naturally, Tanner. You'll give up that false representation of liberation. Oh, the blinding light of oneness will part, and you'll see the ultimate conception of the Lord. Your real soul will be awakened, and you think, oh, all I'm doing is going to Krishna. Krishna's coming to me. We're meeting and having a great party of Vrindavan. Vrindavan style party. That's all we do here. Vrindavan parties every day. That's why I can't wait every morning, man. Come down. Everybody likes to. Don't you ever go to a rave or something like that? A party is you plan on it, right? You plan. I want to go to this party because it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to meet a lot of people. Yeah. Going to have a lot of happiness, a lot of intoxications. Right, so I come here to get intoxicated on the name of God, man. That's all. Yeah, it's a great party, blow the party favors. Boop, boop. I got to bring some of those, man. I wonder if they have any of those things here. Oh, I got to wait till New Year's Eve before they start bringing that stuff out. See, this every day is a new. I don't have to wait a new year to blow the little party favors. Have a party, go out, have a every day is that. Every day is a new year, new day, every day, new year. How would you like to live a life like that? Hey, that's what we're doing here. Do party every day. Yeah. What kind of party you guys have? It doesn't look like a party to me. What are you, 2 hours? I would never go to a class for 2.5 hours. 4-hour classes? Are you kidding? You must be. What are you doing? What are you smoking over there? We're smoking Christian like they do. Baby G. You ever see these Christians who are ecstatic? They go, let me take a toke of Jesus. We're doing that with Krishna. Only go, Krishna, breath of life. Wonderful Q&A. I like these Q&As. Hey, man, Tanner, you keep coming back. I need a Q&A, man. I am very critical because I have a psychosis by putting my mind loose in spiritual power. We'll leave that one. We'll circle back to that one later. Thank you. Okay, great. Glad you're getting out of it. I have had a right answer. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, proof, Tanner, that you're in the right place is you get your, if you're in a deeper place, you'll feel it. If you're really looking for truth, you're open to more truth, then you'll see, okay, is this the place for it? Can I advance? Am I going to learn something here more than I know? So you just, Krishna, if he's somewhere in a deeper place and you are really want the Lord more, you're hungry for that, he'll show you if you found that place. So we'll prove that place is here. Okay? And, just keep asking what comes to your mind and talking about it, and we'll see. Sometimes I misunderstand the development of consciousness in Krishna, thinking it is about renunciation. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do. That's what they're taught. That's the conditioning in religion. It's about renunciation. But this renunciation happens naturally. See, by the real Krishna consciousness teaching is all in Prabhupada's books. It's seeking the lesser engagements by the higher engagements. You just become more of this and less of that because you got a higher taste. Srila Gaur Das explains it all in a very easy to understand way. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you. What do you think about Jagannath Puri compared to Vrindavan? Lord Chaitanya left for some years in the holy dham of Puri. What is your personal opinion about Jagannath Puri? Oh. What is my personal opinion of Jagannath Puri? Well, my personal experience. I've been to Vrindavan. I've been to Jagannath Puri many times, actually. And I've been to Mayapur, Navadvip, many times. Yeah. And so when I'm in Mayapur, I feel like it's Vrindavan. I feel Vrindavan. Yeah, I feel Vrindavan. And when I'm in Vrindavan, now, because of being in Jagannath or Mayapur mainly, most of the time, I feel like I can reap the result of Vrindavan. Because when I go to Vrindavan now, it's so beautiful. I just want to do devotional service all the time. I mean, literally, it's great. It's like spontaneously. I wasn't always like that. It was purification to get, but I was going to Mayapur and I got that benefit. Although it's hard for me to stay in Vrindavan just bodily, and there, it's just a little hard bodily to stay there. I don't know. It just, but spiritually, it's so great, man. It's Krishna. I really feel Krishna there all the time. It's really amazing. And I just thank Jagannath and Mayapur helped me get to that kind of consciousness. Jagannath Puri I like also. It's nice. It's I mean, it's never when I'm in Jagannath Puri, I always wish I'm back in Mayapur because it's not as to me as potent. Even though Lord Chaitanya was there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's my personal feeling. Other people might feel differently. It depends on your. They're all holy dhams. Yeah. Well, I got a lot of comments today. Every river is talking up a storm. I can't imagine not having this sangha in life. Yeah. Yeah, you see, this is when you just get natural appreciation what's going on here. That's it. That's your ticket to the spiritual world. Really, it's really it. That's simple. When you feel enlivened by talks about Krishna, and chanting together being with devotees, communing with them, talking to them, making friends, and being around devotees. When you get, that's it, man. That's the training here. Okay? You can perfect your spiritual life here in this sangha. Otherwise, you cannot perfect it in the Vaidhi platform there. You can't perfect because the devotees are not even interested in ecstasy, most of them. I can't say all of them, but most of them they don't know about this level. Here is where you perfect your Krishna consciousness, where you start to feel transcendental experience beyond the modes of nature. It has to be a very strong association in this world of this spiritual level manifesting here. Yeah, strong, very strong, not just external bhakti, and ceremonies and big sannyasis walking around with sticks, and there's still prides and mixtures in there. Yeah, this is here we're developing from on the platform of prema, devotion. See, this is purifying us, this attachment to Lord Chaitanya, Radha, and Krishna. I think I'm coming to the end here, what I can do. No wonder you are drinking celery juice every day, huh? Yeah. I want to, yes, I want the Lord gave me to do. Uh-huh. Okay. There's nothing in the world that lifts me up like the Amazing Grace place does every day of the week. That's beautiful. I'm so happy for you, Amy, that you like this and you like the devotees. It's a great gift for us. You're a great gift to us. Thank you so much. You know, your enthusiasm, you know, your faith is a great gift and contribution to the devotees here. So thank you for that. And that's natural. It's not like, it's not like, this is a gift from God, is that faith and that desire, fulfilling your desire, what you want, and to be the expression and the expression of that here in this world. It means so much. It's what the world needs, are devotees like that are uplifted by Hari Katha. For them to see that example, that you don't have to be anything special. Even Vaishnavas in the Vaidhi, where they're taught, they're conditioned that you got to be something special to attain God. You got to attain Him by strong renunciations and austerities. And you got to become a super devotee, superstar or something to attain. You got to attain. See, so they'll be doing that for so long. The attainment is right here. Attainment is just faith in this preaching, like you're doing. What are you doing that's so special other than faith in this preaching and listening regularly? Yeah. And it's just the Lord saying, you see here, blessing after blessing. Make you more happy, more happy. Overcome this obstacle, that obstacle, simply by attraction. See? Simply by being attracted to Krishna. Hari Katha is non-different than Krishna. His conception as it is non-different than him. That's what my only happiness is, to present the conception of Krishna that is non-different than him, as best as I can do. Because I can't do it, actually. The Lord helps. Yeah, you just come here, stay here, Tanner and anybody else, and you'll see all just comes spontaneously, just very naturally, spontaneously, organically. It's just you're supplying, here we're supplying food to the spiritual belly, spiritual food to the spiritual belly. See, and the satisfaction happens naturally. Okay? Just because that real food is presented. Okay? Tanner is the man. Woohoo! Battery off. Oh, battery is off. Okay. Yeah. All right, man. Okay, I'll read a little bit more. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a 2-minute break, take some fresh air, and then I'll be back. And then just everybody can chant Hare Krishna. Yeah, maybe I'll put some music on. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it an official break time like this. I'm going to go outside and stretch a little bit or something. What is this? Show this. Oh, I see. Oh, here we go. All right. Let's try again here. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Maybe we'll go on, maybe not. I just wanted to try something different if I stop a little bit. Okay. So, next verse. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated, this Bhagavad Purana propounds the highest truth, okay, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. See, and that's why you got to hear from the devotees whose hearts are being purified by this ecstatic devotional worship. That's why the highest revelations that come in our line are this is a really an illustrious line. It's a very pure line. Is these realizations that come from the Goswamis, their hearts are purified by this pure ecstatic worship of God. Very much, that's the only thing really purifying the heart of envies, even of jealousies and competitions, of false ego identifications. See? So the very pure understanding comes. So this Bhagavatam is written by devotees like that. And if you find devotees who preach from that platform of purification of the heart with this ecstatic love and devotion, the message you're going to hear won't be contorted, distorted. It'll come through really clean and give you real happiness by awakening your soul, awakening the supreme soul inside. The Lord likes to hear conceptions from his devotees, and that Lord is in your heart, in my heart, in everybody's heart. That's why the way to do it is you come and if you really want to know that spiritual Lord, the only feasible way is to hear from devotees about that transcendental Lord and to follow the process, a simple process of chanting Hare Krishna in association of those kinds of devotees, that caliber, and alone and with those devotees, and make it a lifestyle. It'll become a lifestyle. You'll start to have transcendental spiritual experiences. So you could call them spiritual gifts. You'll experience spiritual transcendental happiness. Okay? So only those who are purified in heart like that, they shall see God. And the Lord doesn't wait to show himself to such persons. It's not like you have to die and then you're going to see God. No, you're going to see the Lord here. You're going to see him in the scriptures. You're going to hear him, preached by real devotees. The Lord is the real conception of the absolute truth, the true reality, his reality. See, and we can experience that by mantra, by chanting these names of God, chanting, and the names of God include his pastimes, his qualities, and attributes and behavior. All of it is transcendental. See? The highest truth is reality, distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. See, this is welfare work. That's why I love doing this. I love taking this Bhagavatam, even the basic part of it, and do welfare work. To me, welfare work is to bring forth the highest truth, the clearest truth that's in the Bhagavatam, in these books, in these relationships with the devotees, with God. Bring this to light in the world. See, light it up. Distinguished from illusion. See? And it's for everybody's welfare. Demon, demigod, whatever your position is, Sudra, saint, sinner, doesn't matter. It's everybody. That same Lord that I'm worshiping is in you, is in everybody. The same Lord Jesus was worshiping is also in you. The same Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda and all the devotees we're worshiping is in you. The devotees more advanced, they're the big brothers. Isn't that funny? Even the shadow has a big brother. The shadow is the government big brother, right? Isn't that looming over the world now? See, the big brother of the government. Okay. So we need the big brother. See, the government is a living beings, right? Well, we need the big brother of the devotional path. See, that bring you to the shelter of Radha and Krishna. See? The government is a shadow. It never, it's like that big brother. All it does is limit you. You start putting masks on. You start complying with limitations. And so okay, that's the training. But you can transcend the shadow government. See, the shadow government and the shadows. That's everything there. That's all that is. See, you come out of the shadows into the true light. The true light is being governed by love of God, Radha and Krishna. See, you transcend the shadow government. See, now the government, see, do you see how the truth is reality? Oh, yeah, Radha and Krishna, love of God. That's it. Love of God. Chant Hare Krishna in ecstasy. What else do you have to do? Can you imagine? You chant Hare Krishna in ecstasy. You chant the truth in bliss and ecstasy. What else do you need? What else needs to be done? You're doing the highest welfare work. You're bringing people out of the shadow government. Even the government will be happy with you. Can you imagine that? The government is happy with devotees because they're not a threat to even the government. They want to help the government. Isn't that amazing? Can you imagine a world where the lion lies down with the lamb? Wasn't Jesus talked about that? Hey, all these people hating each other. The demons hate the demigods. They hate good people. They hate humanity. And then the demigods hate them. So it's a relationship of hate. That's their bond. That keeps them always at friction. See, but this friction now, what's going to come out of this friction now? Ta-da! Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, the cause of all causes, the primeval cause of all causes. Therefore I meditate upon him. That's what we're doing here for 3 hours. Meditating upon him. The proper understanding, conception, his name. What else do we do? This is why Tanner was telling you about spiritual variety. See, varieties of ways to meditate on the absolute truth. It's great. It's not just, you chant the name for a while and talk about do some higher welfare work, relish the mellows of relationships with devotees. It's very enthralling. That's how it gets you. You get hooked on this. You just like, man, you can't find a better activity than this. You look forward to this. Look at us. Look at these people. They've been captured by Krishna. They come every day practically. Spirit willing, body willing, because it's so attractive. See, this is the law of attraction. This is how we work here. It's not you must come here. You have to. You want to. There would happen a miracle when. Yeah, that'll be a miracle. But that miracle will happen. It'll help everybody. Anybody who will listen. Anybody who wants to associate with these great devotees here. These wonderful persons are giving their lives to the highest truth. Yeah. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. Isn't that amazing? This truth, the highest truth, uproots. See, this is why we meditate on this. It uproots all our miseries. You'll feel it, man. You'll feel no more fear. Bold. See? You see everybody else mousy because they don't have this. There's the compassion. That's why you want to help them, because they don't have this. They're weak because of it. Everybody is weak because they don't have full knowledge. And this full knowledge is so wonderful. It's so powerful. It does this. It does. It uproots all misery. See, threefold miseries: miseries of the body and the mind, and the emotions. You ever see people emotionally? River used to get emotionally distraught. Maybe she does sometimes. The emotion, uproots those miseries. That's why I always told her, at those times, go read Chaitanya Bhagavat. He uproots those miseries. Mind, body, mind. See, and other living beings. That's why I said the government starts to, ease off on you. See? You don't feel impinged upon them. You don't react to them. They don't react to you because you're not reacting to them. It's all action and reaction in the world, right? See? So you're not reacting to demons. You're not hating them. That causes a reaction. Then they'll hate you back, man. They'll make you, you step on their toes, they step on yours. Of that stuff. Threefold misery. And the nature, see the nature? Yeah, you get free. Okay, it could rain or it not. But as long as the sun of Krishna is shining on you, right? See, that's the real sun is Krishna. He's the real sun. And then you become a sun in this world. See, you're the son of the sun. See, you're the ray of the sun here in this world. It uproots the threefold misery. This Bhagavatam, you hear it chant. This is why it works so fast. People have been listening to the Bhagavatam in ISKCON and all these other groups. But all their miseries, I haven't seen really examples of all their miseries uplifted. But here I do. I see already examples of all people's miseries being lifted off of them. Fast. Things that Johan couldn't get all his miseries lifted off. But look at now. He has dreams of Krishna and Jesus and every beautiful being you can ever imagine. See, his miseries are lifted. 25 years, he couldn't get them lifted yet. Maybe a little bit, but not enough. Not satisfactory. Okay. See, so that's the power of hearing the Bhagavatam from a real empowered devotee. You get the Maharaj Parikshit experience. See, you become like him. You become living, and therefore you go back to Godhead like he did, because you're in the real process. See, you're following the map book perfectly now. Properly now. Not, okay, well, I got Prabhupada's books, and I got a guru who's still in false ego, still doesn't represent Vrindavan, but says he does. And I'm hearing the Bhagavatam. It's going to be a little twisted, right? Because he's not, Bhagavad-Gita 10:10, worshiping the Lord with ecstatic devotion, loving ecstasy. Therefore, his understanding is not going to be really fully right? Okay? You got to be the example as a guru and as a real disciple. That's why even these gurus have to come here if they want to move on. They got to become a real Parikshit. They're not fully yet. They didn't have enough shiksha from Prabhupada. And if you did, well, it would show in your activities, right? You would have love of God. You would chant the holy name with ecstatic devotion. But you don't see that. And then they compound the problem. You know how they, oh, well, you don't show it. I'm sorry. That's more hypocrisy, more lying to themselves and lying to others. So how are you going to perfect your Krishna consciousness around that? Do you see the reason? There's a reasonable explanation why ultimately you abandon religion, all varieties of religion, and take shelter of only the as it is clear truth, spoken by the real devotees who represent the territory of the map. See, the book and the territory. Okay. In neurolinguistic programming, it says the map is not the territory. See, they have that. See, that's not the full explanation. Here, the full explanation. Here, the map and the territory is the same. The territory is the living devotee who reads the map properly. And you listen. See, then you become part of that territory. See, God's territory, transcendental territory. See, that's the kind of real estate you can own here. See, real estate. See, the real eternal estate you get here. See, even these words are from Krishna. You notice? He makes all these words. It's all about him. Yeah, I said, he must have a really big ego. Huge ego. But it's the real ego. It's got to be huge. That way we can all partake of it. If we don't have a big egotist out there that has a pure ego, that has a real ego, who is the real estate that we're looking for. See, he's the real estate. He's the real property. Otherwise, you got this, the shadow is the real estate in the world. And then you got this Michael Saylor talking about, oh no, the real estate is Bitcoin. That's the real estate. Nah, not quite real. Getting better, getting warmer, more subtle. They bringing people to at least some cyber real, something that's more energy, more fluid. Because you got to get the most fluid of fluid. That's Krishna, man. He's Bitcoin on steroids. He's the palace of gold on steroids. Unending store of wealth, man. He's the storehouse, and we break open that storehouse every day and plunder it. Truly, I'm very serious about this. As serious as a big joker can get. Krishna jokes a lot, so do his friends. Yeah. I'm glad I got a little second wind there, huh? Yeah, you got to take a little intermission, Yeah. See? So this beautiful Bhagavatam, now you know when you're making spiritual advancement, we say, whoa, this Bhagavatam is so beautiful. When you read it alone, it's so beautiful. When you hear it from devotees, it's so beautiful. Oh yeah, hey man, this is a spiritually advanced person. Because now you know what real beauty is. The beauty is the conclusive truth about the supreme being, the primeval Lord, and you like that. You can appreciate real beauty. You didn't know this is a philosophical class. This is true art 101. You want to appreciate art? True art is Krishna himself. He's the supreme artist. See? Everything. See? So you come, this is Krishna 101, how to appreciate this beautiful Bhagavatam. And it's not hard. All you do is come to class every day like you go to school, right? Go to school, you go to class, and you learn about art, and after a while you appreciate it. You think, wow, I know more about art. My professor who loves art himself, he has spoken so much about it. He has glorified this art, and now I just want to go see an artist and have a glass of wine, especially a glass of wine. You ever go to those things, You come in, they always give you the wine, to keep you around longer, Because art actually, especially when you get this, is boring. The art of the world. What are these people painting the world? They sit there all day long painting a lake. You ever see pictures? They're in old folks' home. Pictures of a lake, and trees or mountains, and you think, wow, what a great beauty. Well, trees and mountains outside. Why do I want to see more? I mean, that's boring. For a devotee, that's boring. I want to see something more. I want to see a real painting. Paint me a picture of Krishna that looks like him. That's what these classes are here. I just come here to paint pictures of Krishna as he is with words. See? With sound vibrations. See, this is our painting, brush and pigments. Let's paint a picture of Krishna every day. I love painting pictures. You didn't know, another hat. I didn't know I had to be an artist too. How come many hats got to wear in this Sangha here? You got to paint, be a painter also. Every day I got to paint a picture of Krishna. I love it, man. And you guys are looking at it, and you guys must like the painting. See, artists they like my art. Oh, it's great. Well, thank you very much. You like see, I didn't know I was doing an art show. See, every day is an art show. We're coming here, painting the pictures of Krishna instantly, man. We don't have to wait for the painting long time. Oh, how long did it take? Oh, it took me 3 months to paint. Every day, picture, like an artist on the street, man. You see the street artist, they would give you a portrait like that, man. 2 minutes. We're faster, man. Well, sometimes it takes 4 hours to get through him. 3-4 hours to paint a good picture of Krishna. Isn't that nice? I didn't know I was coming here every day. I love this. I can become more aware of what the heck I'm doing here. Paint pictures of Krishna. See? And people are saying, yeah, that's a really accurate representation of Krishna. That's better than I got over there in Vaidhi land over in ISKCON. Those pictures aren't as good as the ones you're painting over there. See, law of attraction. Transcendental school. This is college. See, you got a professors here, student professors. A lot going on here. All right, so what else we got here? What need is there for any other scripture? Yeah, and that's true in a sense. Even the Bible, I don't read the Bible so much anymore because, I have to correct it all the time. I have to correct what the editors have done, which might be a good thing to do. Correct things, show how it's, representing the deeper thing, the deeper truths. Bring it out of sectarianism, because it's deeply embedded and it makes you, there's only God this way and he doesn't work anywhere else. He has no other mission. There's no deeper understanding of his mission. It's only, Jesus died for your sins and he was raised from the dead. Believe it and get saved. And he shed his blood for you. That's the message over and over and over again. The Lord isn't doing anything else. You got to unmute yourself. If you want to say something, go ahead. You can say something.
Sorry, Marge. I'm just being a bit dramatic. It's just coming out. I'm talking to myself, but to everybody.
Let's hear it. What are you saying?
I'm listening. It's amazing. It's amazing to listen and to just kind of be a part of it in a little way. Thank you.
Like my painting today? You like my painting?
Oh, these, it's absolutely amazing. Every part, something just comes, and it's just like whatever I can add to it, however little, without disturbing you. It's just so wonderful. Time's just whoosh gone like that. Everything you say, Krishna talks to me as you talk, and it's beyond anything I could have ever asked for. Completely beyond that. And yeah, you are my master, my spiritual guide.
That's how
and always will be. My Lord and Master.
Krishna keeps his girlfriends entertained.
You're the entertainer. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm one of the girlfriends too, you know. I'm also
Of course.
listening here. Yeah, that's why I come. This party, you know, it's a party affair, you know. I don't want to miss the party. I come here for the party. You know. I love these things. It's the Lord is the real artist, you know. And he just uses us to paint his pictures. And it's beautiful, you know. It's true happiness. I mean, what else? I mean, in the material world, this is so valuable. This is what is really the medicine to heal everything. Again, see, you got to be a doctor, all these different hats the Lord uses to preach his Sankirtan movement. Let's see here. Okay, I think we'll stop here soon. I'll just, so as one attentively and submissively hears the message of the Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established in the heart. See, that's, you could see Rivers following that. That's why it works. See, that's your witness. You say, yeah, man, I've heard the real Bhagavatam. And when you hear that from a person empowered by the transcendental potency, it happens quick. It's about fast stuff, man. That's why the purification's fast, you know, the exorcism. You think, when is this going to end, man? It's like the Lord is pulling out a string, right? And it's a long one. You just, you know, pulling it all out and you think it'll end. You know, the string will find an end. You know, it's just a long string, you know. You think, oh, well, maybe stop. You don't want him to stop, actually. You want to keep pulling the friggin' string out till it's out, man. And then even before it's even out, he gives you more. There's more room for him because he's just looking to make more room. You know, he say, hey, man, I want to get this out so I can kind of, you know, he wants to be comfortable in this temple, in this home, you know. He doesn't want to sit there, be squeezed in with all this modes of nature. He says, what is this, man? I need some room in here, man. And then you're feeling, I don't know, man, this furniture we've had a long time, Lord. You know, we'll get you new furniture. Hey, man, I'm the miracle, man. You don't need this stuff. Hey, get it out of here, man. Let's have a garage sale. Let's just give it away. Well, I can't charge any? No, get it out, rid of it. Throw it out the window like St. Francis did. You know, threw out all his father's treasures. So then, hey, don't need it anymore. That's Krishna inside you. He's throwing all this stuff out, and you're like the father. He's still a little attached, you know. What he's doing, throwing all of my valuable treasures out. A little tug of war for a while, but then the Lord wins. And you start to see there's a purpose for all of this. All right, almost finished. See, submissively. See, and so that's why I was telling Tanner yesterday. The taste of this submissive mood of hearing from devotees who are advanced on the spiritual path, when you can be convinced and you realize, oh, this guy's he's a teacher. He knows more than me. He understands more of me of the absolute truth. Let me learn from them. See, that submissive hearing, that open hearing to that, coming to the point, and then you can start to take advantage. That's where the witness is here, like River. She's showing you how to reach this stage because she's got to the point where she started to hear submissively this message, and it starts to enter the heart. See, the threefold miseries start to be uprooted. Literally, you feel like, you know, it's like you ever seen a weed that's in the ground and you try to pull it up? It's a little bit hard, you know. So you feel that, but this Bhagavatam, this hearing is so powerful, it starts uprooting things you could never uproot before. Doing any other path, actually. You know, these people, they do this Vipassana for 10 or 11 days. They got to sit, no talking, no silence, no, you know, maybe a little bit of food. And that's it. Just sit there. And then you walk around in a circle because the body can't just sit there all the time. It's got to walk. And then you sit again. and all this stuff. They're trying to uproot all of this stuff. It's hard. And they never really get to an end of it because it's very slow. This is very quick. Come. Yeah, very fast uprooting. And it's all that stuff is just the conditioning that's made you miserable. And so it's such a joy to see. I see the like River and Lalita Ganga, and they're real good examples of the. I can't say Johan. He doesn't seem to have that much to uproot. Seemed to always be a kind of joyful guy. Yeah, but like River and Lalita Ganga were good examples of this uprooting process. And once it's uprooted, man, they're becoming really ecstatic, man. Really, really, really good examples of this process. Thank you very much, River, for giving yourself to Krishna like that, man. Going through all the difficult time that you went through and still going through. I'm sure it's not easy, but you could see it's well worth it, man. Isn't it? Everything, man. Everything you've done so far is so well worth it. Yes, you're going to show people, hey man, you think people, they think, oh, this problem. Hey man, you're not hooked to the machine, for 35 years. And if I can do this hooked to a machine and be happy, why can't you? You don't have these problems. Yeah, really. I mean, people think, oh, I don't know, and I'm miserable and all this. Well, hey, man, I'm hooked to a machine, but I come to Harikatha and my miseries are being uprooted, and you have a lot less problems. Well, yours will be more easily uprooted if you come. Right? I mean, really, a lot of people, they think, well, what are you got a body, man? You're healthy. Or unhealthy, it doesn't matter. Unhealthy, healthy, you come here, the Lord's going to bless you. Whatever you bring to the table, whatever you are, it doesn't matter, man. The Lord accept you and meet you as you are here. He meets me as I ain't perfect. Yeah. Bozo number one, man. Yeah. I can't control myself. I still like to do things. I still like a drink once in a while, man, I like my coffee. And I just said, hey, man, this is the way I am, Lord, man, but I like you. I'm committed to you. And the book says I'll overcome everything by your grace. Well, I'm going for that truth. I want to see that. And I'm seeing it more and more, man. I'm becoming more and more happy with Krishna. And I can feel his happiness with me. Hey, man, it works. I'm not teaching you guys, you got to be, you think Radhanath, he's so exalted. Yeah, he was exalted. My disciples many of them have more mercy than he has. Or any of these guys, any of these gurus, sannyasis, my disciples getting more mercy because you're getting the real picture painted of Krishna and who he really is and how he really works. See? Not that picture. Doesn't work for them very well, and it certainly doesn't work for their disciples. That's why it's so long for all of them. They come in as Vaidhi Bhaktas, and they usually die on that level of ceremonies and external worship and external bhakti. See? We go so much deeper here because you're getting a real, proper, advanced picture of Krishna without the speculation, painted in your heart. The Lord likes also to look at, he wants to see a nice painting of himself. Don't you like, if you see, you want somebody to distort what you look like, so you go see the artist on the street and they give a portrait and it's all disfigured. Do you like to look at that? You say, that doesn't look like me. This is what people do with Krishna, with God. They paint all these different pictures. And the Lord looks through your eyes, and some people say, oh, what a great picture. Well, they're not connoisseurs. Devotees are connoisseurs. They want to see a real accurate picture of the real Krishna. One painted with the brush of devotion and bliss and ecstasy. Okay? They're looking for that kind of picture. Because, man, you get a real clear picture of who God really is, what he is, even beyond liberation. That's why you see Tanner, you stay around, and he's also probably seen, wow, I'm getting a clearer picture than what I could paint with my liberation thing. See? That's the proof. There's proof that this is more powerful, that it attracts even liberated souls. He's a pretty liberated guy. You could see. Guy's happy, free, doesn't believe in any of these bullshitters, right? And this, if he really wants more or deeper, he can come here and he'll see, oh, wow, this is even more attractive. Okay? Krishna even attracts liberated souls who are looking for this. Not everybody. I don't think Eckhart Tolle will be attracted. So he likes what he does. A lot of people very attached to liberation. They don't want to change, and they won't. That's their service to the Lord, to help people at that level. And they like it. Everybody is who they are, right? But fortunate is a person getting a little sick, think, liberation, is there anything more, Lord? Oh, yeah, come over here. Check it out. Something more, a picture of that Lord that you worship and believe in. You can get even a clearer picture of him. See, those who have the deepest devotion give you the clearest picture. Doesn't that make sense? Simple. That's why you hear from devotees, you get a really clear picture about who God is, what God is, where he is, and how to really attain him quickly. So you give me a Vaidhi Bhakti 30 days, I'll change their mind. We'll give some good sense. If they listen attentively like this, how can you not see what's really more an illusion? People painting pictures of Krishna that are not that good. That's right. If a person comes here and starts painting a better picture of Krishna, I want to hear from them. I want to listen. I want to learn from them, because then I'll be a better artist myself, right? Simple. Yeah, we're making great artists here now. So many great artistic thing. I'm even attracting me. Oh, I want to live painting a nice picture of Krishna. Beautiful. See, it's always because of devotion, isn't it? No devotion, lousy picture. That's why they have other standards in Vaidhi Bhakti, because they don't have the devotion, pure love of God not awakened yet. So they got to convince people to like their. I'm holding back, by the way. I want to say it. But I probably. Crummy picture of Krishna. Just crumbs, man. Just a crumbly picture of Krishna. It doesn't last, man. Oh, man. Real Krishna is juicy, full of juice, ecstasy, bliss, and knowledge, clarity, logic, reasonableness. You stop painting this Jesus picture. He blood, lots of blood, man. He died for you, and his blood's all. Are you covered in the blood of Jesus? Okay, it's okay picture, but come on, man. It's not very attractive to me anymore. Covered with the blood, but I have to have blood all over me. It sounds almost like demons are into that stuff, right? It's kind of a shadowy picture. How about the living Jesus, alive with his preaching of the word of God, the kingdom of God? I like that. That's more in par with Lord Chaitanya. Yeah. His devotees ecstatically chant. Where was the death in them? You ever see where was the misery in them? Yeah. See, why not stick with these? They're painting a fantastic picture of Krishna. Right? We read the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita, a wonderful picture of Krishna. And it's not just 2-dimensional. It's 3 and 4. It starts to live in you. You become a living picture, man. A really nice GIF. You become like Jiffy Pop. Start popping corn all over the place. Jiffies. A lot of GIFs, moving. See, it moves. And not just some. You ever see the devoted Vaishnavas? They get into the picture thing. Picture, the picture. Man, I want to hear from your vibration a nice picture of Krishna. Give me a nice picture in my mind of the Lord by your preaching, your realization and revelation. Hey, Shama Sundari, welcome. Okay, man, I think it's time. 3.5 hours. That's enough of this. I need to rest up, man. Then we'll be back for more, man. I'm already eager for the next session. More I just love it. I didn't know. I just want to paint some more pictures, man. Really get my, sharpen my pencils and do some nice sketches and come back and paint more pictures.
Yeah.
All right, give us some closing words there, River.
Report.
A report.
Yeah, it's been the last few days have been going through a purification, and you can see yourself going into the storm, in the storm, and at that place, I don't like Krishna at all, because he's pushing me through, he's pulling me through something, holding me through something, whilst I'm going through it. Kruna as well, and it's because I know I needed something and I wasn't getting it, and I had to scream and shout for it, meaning some space away from Karuna, and him space from me. Krishna actually arranged it and got through by having this space. And sometimes you don't want to rock the boat and you don't want to say anything, but you must be honest. You must be honest to go through that. And Karuna said things, and the fact that you can watch it. I've sent it to you, Maharaj. You can approve it if I can post it or not on Facebook, because it's real and it's raw. It's real and it's raw and it's as it is. And so you can decide. I do want to send it to Lolita as well. Karuna went through something that was a real purification that none of the guys have really seen. I didn't show him doing that, but you'll hear him. And he's going through it. It's absolutely amazing to watch. Amazing to watch, to just be the watcher of it, allow the person to go through what they need to go through. But I needed that separation for this to happen, to learn this. So Karuna can go forward in, in what he needs to. But he is where he is, and that's fine. And to be able to go through that and learn that by watching it firsthand, oh my God, just off the chart. Just absolutely a brilliant, learning every moment, watching with my eyes, hearing Krishna in my ears, feeling it in my heart. It was brilliant. So I've sent it to you, and you can. I hope you can hear. I hope you can hear Karuna, because you can't see him. I didn't tell him at the first point that I was filming, but I didn't know I was going to film, because he was acting out. The anger was coming out, and it was a bit scary for me to watch. So I moved right back. To let him get through it and out of it. Tears in his eyes, and just this kind of whoosh energy just coming out that he's been holding in. And he was talking about stuff from before as well that was, coming down and holding, just releasing what he needs to. You'll see what you'll see, Maharaj, in it. And then and it was amazing. And I put you there next to me so I could be safe and remember Krishna. But he was talking to me, and then I started filming, and Karuna said it was okay if I put it live. But then I know he was not telling me the truth, so I thought I wanted to send it to you first.
I'll look at it.
Quick look. It's not very long, but it's absolutely amazing. Thank you.
A lot of times people may misunderstand unnecessarily.
Yes, of course, yes. But it's a process. It's a process that I went through in counseling, in material counseling. But but it was only temporary, and they all came back. There were weeds that were kind of brought to the surface, but they weren't all pulled out at all.
Yeah, that's
so
how
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, and the class was great. The things that you say, just you are the judge in the courtyard, the Vrindavan courtyard, the courtyard forest. You really are, because you just hammer it on. People, I know that people have a hard time with you, and it's only because they're seeing their own things. You're playing something. Krishna's playing through you, so others can see themselves.
Yeah.
And
This is not for the faint-hearted.
well, no, it's not, because when you've been through so much, that's why we can hold you. We can help you.
Yeah.
Obviously, Krishna has taught me to fight fight the right battles, fight the ones that you can, and it's really worth it. Whilst in purification, Johan's always saying, relax, relax, relax. And I've learned now that when I'm relaxed, Krishna can come through more.
Yeah.
Hearing the words of God through you as an ecstatic devotee, you can hear the words of God much more clearly, because you're not tight and held inside. You're just relaxed, and it comes through more. And it's just, like you've taught, a simultaneous process. Gradually we go through, and becoming the watcher of it more now, and seeing Krishna doing it, is leaves less remnants when it's finished. You just allow the Lord to do his work. It's really, really wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you very much, everybody. And I think I'll take a little break and take a walk.
Have a great break, Maharaj.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all for coming there. And yeah, Haribol.